Good morning, it's Scry here today on this Sunday here in Victoria on the side of the beach, on the side of the ocean, looking up at the clouds in my part of the world. Just connecting in to see how everyone's going. How are you all going? Let me know where you are in the world, where you're listening from, and how you doing. I know for me there's a lot of busy going on for me, and a lot of people are reflecting that and mirroring that to me. It seems to be a lot in the collective, people taking on a lot, possibly too much, but who's to say too much? You know, it's a time of many things coming together, and many things aligning too, you know, and I know that I've spoken about that in past videos, this kind of many things coming together and this dissonance that's created, and I feel as though there's almost some sort of quickening that's taking place within people doing things and trying to accomplish and achieve and, you know, push on with things, because there's a lot of things that need to be in a way joined, you know, all the ends bridged and joined is kind of how it's coming through. So yeah, just wondering, are you guys, how are you feeling? Are you in that too, or are you experiencing something quite different? Yeah, there's beautiful water here this morning. It's just like, ooh, so still and calm. I haven't really been down to the ocean much lately at all. I used to be here walking once or twice a day, right on the water, but I just haven't had the time, but also just haven't, you know, sometimes when it's right there, you can kind of take it for granted a little bit. Well, I do anyway, at times. But I'm here this morning and I'm just connecting in, and I've been doing lots of crypto readings, as you guys probably know and are aware of. And I've been sharing many of them. And yeah, it's been an interesting journey doing a lot of readings, one after the next. It's kind of like there's these patterns that are shown, and these patterns of time that seem to come through quite a lot. It's like where a lot of coins are doing a similar move, and essentially it's kind of moving with the market. We have this kind of peaking time that is moving up into, and a lot of coins move in that time, making decent highs and whatnot. So it's watching those, but also watching the larger coins and their trajectory and their buoyancy in some way, and their energy, and really their undeniable energy, a lot of them. And it almost feels like, you know, having a bag of juicy top 100 alts. You can't go wrong, you know. It doesn't have to be complicated. None of this has to be very complicated, although we sometimes try to make it complicated. And, you know, we try to go for these 100x coins or these really little small shit coins. And I don't want to offend with my shit coins, but it's sort of the way that it is in a lot of these coins, you know. And I've actually been reading quite a few ones that I would classify to be that, because, you know, they're not, I can't really engage with them. It's like spirit just moves away. They just like, okay, no, and they just walk in the other direction, and I'm like, well, come on, can you give me something? They're like, no, that's enough for that. They kind of show me a chart that's kind of going down the hill, and they look the other way, and I'm like, but come on, give me more, a bit more. I'm trying to squeeze information out, and they're just like, you know, I feel a bit snubbed. It's like someone's ignoring me and walking in the other direction, and that's really what they're doing. And often it's about their energy. Their energy wants to come in close and wants to join with these bigger projects. And it's not only bigger projects, but projects with big resonance, and big possibilities of movement, and progress and adoption. But some of these other ones that often are little ones, they just want to go the other way. And it's sometimes it's a way, in the way that it feels, it's like they do this because, you know, sometimes, I'm saying not in all cases, but sometimes it's like an unborn child You know, and okay, a coin can be not yet on the market, and it certainly feels like that in that case. You know, you're speaking about the trajectory of someone's life before they're even born, but some of these ones that are like newborns, it's like trying to read them. There's not a decent resonance to connect to, and it's kind of working in a different way. It's working in a different way, and I mean, maybe I just haven't come across a lot of the young ones that are going to do crazy things, but it just seems to be a theme that I keep sort of coming up against, of these like early projects that have just this real nothingy energy, and spirit doesn't even really want to connect to them when I ask them about it. So really, in all of that, of what I've just said, I feel like it's certainly worth having a selection of higher alts, of, you know, within the top 100, and holding those bags. And a lot of the time, I think you'd do better off to have that than be trying to pick up these really little shit coins and hoping for 100x with one of them. And in saying that, you know, of course, have a couple of those here and there, put a bit on that, whatever. Like, I'm not telling you what to do, of course, but it's just like, I feel like simple is best. Simplicity is going to be key to success and change, and it just may take a little bit longer. It just may not be like an overnight thing. It may need to, you know, take a few more months and possibly a year. Like, ooh, you know, it's not really a long time to wait. But it feels like that's a good way to go. And yeah, that's my little rant about that. But that's what's been coming into me. I'm like, well, who don't have to complicate things? And life sometimes becomes so complicated. People want to complicate things, and it can be really quite simple. And the first energy, the first connection to an energy kind of shares with you the resonance of what it is. It doesn't have to be, you know, complicated. It doesn't have to be, you know, smoke and mirrors. It doesn't have to be anything. It just is. So just directly look at a project. Here's the project. Yep, it's a good one. Let's put some money on that. That's the end. Anyway, there's my rant, guys. And yeah, that's my thoughts about that. And in saying that, you know, a lot of you guys were connecting to this scrolling kind of video that I was doing and enjoying that vibe, and it was fun to kind of do a bit of a scrolling video. And I was just thinking, if you guys would like me to do another one of those, what sort of sectors, sort of areas would you like me to be doing it in? Would you like AI? Would you like memes and doggy coins? I mean, many shit coins all through those. But anyway, I'm being a little bit like this morning because some of these coins start to annoy me when I keep having to connect to them. And you know, it's a journey. Don't take me the wrong way. Some of their energies, it's like, you know, you're in a room full of people, and if you're not really placed well there, and then suddenly all these people, you're talking to them, but you're not really connecting with them, and you're kind of finding them a bit boring, and they're not very interesting, and they're kind of annoying you, and they're kind of saying things that you don't agree with, and like it's just kind of, it's a bit off, you know. And that's kind of how connecting to some of these cryptos are. That's how it feels to me. And of course, I could choose who I connect to and how I connect. I've opened these readings to suggestions, so you know, it's all fine. But it's been a learning within that too. And yeah, that's my thoughts around all that. But yeah, saying all that, a scrolling video. What would you guys like me to scroll? Layer 1s, layer 2s, gaming. Yeah, maybe we'll do that soon. But if you've got any suggestions of what you'd like, pop it below. And yeah, I'll have a ponder about that. The other thing I was going to get to was the eggs and the dragon eggs, or the dragon snake weird teeth creature eggs. There was many thoughts about that. I'm going to connect to that one soon. to see if there's anything more around what can be shared. No, actually, Spirit's saying to me that they're wanting me to connect to it now. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna plonk myself down on the sand. Hang on, I'm gonna move over here, across. And I'm gonna get a bit of a wet bum because it's wet, but that's all right. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right, so I'm going to connect. I know I haven't connected into clarity on what those were, but, you know, just to give you an idea, if you didn't catch the last video where I was at the beach talking about this snake-type, dragon-type creature that had all these eggs underneath the ground, and there was also, like, I think there was a microwave. It had an oven, and it had sort of, it felt like some sort of furniture or items with it. And this was like, okay, coins to 100x. This was the idea. And I know I just went on a whole rant about shit coins, so it's it's interesting. I'm sort of switching around through this. But we're back to this possible 100x. And so yeah, we have this dragon snake type creature with teeth guarding its eggs. Now, okay, I'm going to ask Spirit now. Well, they wanted me to continue on with this, what this project is, to give more context as to what it is. So I'm going to move down into what they shared, into this place with the eggs. These eggs are cracking open. Little things are coming out of them. Okay. Now I'm just going to ask, you know, a little bit more here, Spirit, because I'm there. It's like they're showing things. They're showing me lists of things now. It's like lists of items that are coming out of these eggs. Now someone's, you know, they're showing me there's this list, and it's on the wall, and someone's writing like lists of all the different things and what they're worth. This one's worth 20. This one's worth 10. Like, it's like whether it's points or how it's being marked, but it's like certain things are worth different amounts, is the way that it comes through. And I ask, okay, can we have a little bit more, about this project? So you're sort of showing what it does in some way, but is there more context, and can we have a little bit more, Spirit, about this project? They're talking about a foundation. They're talking about foundations, and it's like they're handing out, there's things being handed out from this foundation. So they show me an earthly place, like a based, a grounded place, and there's these hands coming out from it, and they're offering things. It's like they're gifts, and it almost feels like, in the way it makes me feel it, because it could be kind of airdrops, or it could be kind of NFT minting, or it's something that's like offered, because there's all these hands offering things from a foundational place. That is the way that it's coming through. And from this foundation, a lot, like, other things are being developed, and there's different levels and there's different layers to it. And it's interesting now, like, I feel like Spirit's giving me a scene that they're trying to articulate or explain what something is within the energy. And so they're showing me someone now, they're jet skiing, or no, skiing on the water. And they're going along behind the boat, and we have people walking. It's always a little bit distracting when someone walks past, when I'm sort of connected into another place. I'm like, well, where am I? So we've got this kind of skiing, this water skiing. The person's standing up on the skis, but the boat's not really going yet. It's like they're trying to ski, but they're not able to sort of stay afloat because there's no movement. They're trying to ski on the water without the boat moving very much, and they're sort of not staying afloat. And then they show once it starts to pick up speed, then they'll be floating. Then they'll be like, okay, now we're moving, now there's progress. But at the moment, it's like the boat is not moving yet, is what they're wanting to show. So it feels as though this is not yet in action, or it's not like developed enough, or something's going on here in regards to where it's at, this project. But you know, it's not yet moving. And if you're trying to kind of ski on the water without the boat moving, it's not really working. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it there with the rest of those clues to the development of this project. If you've got any thoughts about anything that's been said or how it connects in any way, please pop it below. It's always helpful to listen to what you guys have got to share around these things, because there's so many insights that you guys have, and it's very interesting to read and to put all of them together. So please share below if you've got any thoughts about that. Okay, I am going to connect in also soon and do some collective readings that aren't crypto heavy. I feel like there's been so much crypto energy in my channel, in my sphere at the moment, and sharing that with you guys, and it's just that it's kind of taken up the space, and I feel like that, you know, that's meant to be. Clearly it's meant to be for the time, but I also feel like there is a lot more to be shared collectively and on a larger scale of what's taking place on the planet at this time, and in spirit and personally, and so I will be moving along to those soon as well. And Spirit is also wanting to share more guided journey stuff with you guys, to really support everyone to open up into the next level of who they are and what's next for them. So that I'd really like to share too soon. There's so many things that want to come in, that I want to share with you guys and with the space here, but I guess, you know, I pull myself back and just go step by step, and for now it's been quite crypto heavy, and it's been a blessing, and it's been enjoyable to kind of be sharing this with you guys and offering that, and I'm feeling the love in the community, feeling the love for Spirit and me, but also for all of everyone. Like there's a lot of appreciation for people's requests and stuff too, and yeah, it means a lot. I'm really grateful, and I feel blessed. I feel very blessed. Much gratitude to everyone who's here and all of your energy, connecting daily to listen and to feel. Yeah, powerful. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there and have a little bit more of a walk on the beach before I've got a couple more readings to do for the day, and maybe even get down to the gym, do a few weights. I've been enjoying my training lately, so it's funny because a lot of people either love the gym or they hate the gym, but I'm quite intensively in my own training, and it does give me a lot to really focus in and focus into, you know, it's like a meditation when I get into that, and it really supports me and saves me a lot, and particularly integrates my work in spirit and on the planet all into one through the body. It's very important. And actually, you know, in saying that, the extent of muscle is extremely important too. Spirit's been sharing about the importance of muscle, and this is just going on a whole other rant, but just sharing this quickly because it's coming through and obviously I need to share it. But the importance of muscle and having muscle mass on your body, particularly for someone like me who is doing a lot of spirit work, the importance of being able to hold the frequencies that are not yet bridged with higher dimensions. And if I don't have enough muscle mass, and it comes down to the actual muscle mass. If I don't have enough of it, I can't support and hold the frequencies, and particularly with the higher dimensional frequencies, which is what Spirit's wanting me to integrate more and more, and to support the bridge of that, bridging these energies. It's very important that I have that. So I just wanted to share the importance of that and my connection into the body. It feels very important, very crucial at this time. And yeah, I guess the fact that I've just spoken to that, do you guys relate, or is this something that you have reflection on for your own selves? Is this something that's been in your thoughts as well? Because it's just wanted to be shared right then, and perhaps someone else needed to hear that too. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Many blessings and much goodness to you today. And I just got this picture of a big glass of something really yummy to drink. And I'm like, ooh, okay, so I'm going to offer you a big glass of your most tasty drink and hope that it fulfills you and you take the biggest, yummiest sips and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Blessings. Raven Scry signing off.